Take 4, day 24, Walking with Death, Raw and Uncut. Good evening, my precious soul tribe. Just to bring you up to speed of what's been happening in my life over the last week. It's been hectically crazy. Busy. Story of my life, though. Carol doesn't do it any other way. I've been trying to tie up bits and bobs of paperwork that are needed to register the estate I've had. It's been quite an emotional journey. It's not necessarily stuff that one feels like going through straight after the death of a loved one, but it has been necessary to get the ball on the move. And I've been running around trying to find the information that I've needed and the documentation. So that's been a little bit trying emotionally. Also, my youngest son and I, Sean, are planning on moving down to George in the Western Cape to be close to my folks. So we've been working on the lease agreements and trying to find a property, thanks to my mom and dad, who have been absolutely awesome, who have gone and looked at the places for us. We've managed to find ourselves a 2-bedroom, beautiful little place in a safe complex in close proximity to my folks. And we'll be heading down there around about the 2nd or the 3rd of September to start off a new journey, a brand new life and a new start. And I'm pretty damn excited. I'm really looking forward to that. However, as with any move, you can imagine the packing and the planning and the lease agreement and the water and the electricity and working out if the finances are going to work out and so it's just been absolutely crazy. I have also been extremely busy with my esoteric work. I have been so blessed, and I cannot tell you how grateful I am. Actually become teary. Just the fact that I'm so taken care of and so loved. Just before the human starts panicking, things just tend to work out. So we are always just so taken care of. And although we can't always help our human stressing, like, you lie awake at night and you work it out and it's not working out, it just tends to always work out for the best. So I've had to do a lot of deep breathing this week. A lot of planning, a lot of searching, a lot of paperwork, and in between all the esoteric work as well. So, yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. I think I've had quite a good week. I have my moments, I won't lie. Absolutely still have my moments. But, yeah, it's been a good week, and we've got a lot to look forward to. My daughter's baby is due within 3 or 4 sleepies. She goes in on the 20th for a Caesar, and I'm really looking forward to spending those 10 days with her and little house mouse and bonding with my new granddaughter. So blessed, guys, so blessed. It's amazing. I'm just thinking now how in death something new is born, physically and emotionally. It's crazy. So tonight I just want to talk to you quick about emotions. We live in a society where everything's put into boxes. It's bullshit, actually, because we are taught, we're brainwashed how to function and how we should react and respond to certain things. Like, for instance, we get taught from a very young age that you shouldn't hate, it's bad to hate. Now, this last week, I've been going through a myriad of emotions. 1 minute, I'm feeling sorry for myself. The next minute, I am shredded to pieces emotionally. The next minute, I'm angry as hell. Which got me to thinking why we are so hard on ourselves when we go through these human emotions. Look, after all, we are human. We choose the human journey to grow and progress through feeling. And if we don't allow ourselves to feel, people, we have a problem. Because if you don't feel, you're not growing. The problem comes in where we judge ourselves for feeling. I want to tell you an emotion that stood out for me this week was anger. I was mad as a hatter with my husband this week. I was feeling bogged down. I was going through paperwork. I was looking for gun licenses. I was searching for ID documents and for bank statements. And I was mad as hell with that man. First of all, for leaving me to deal with all the shit alone. Secondly, because his paperwork wasn't in order, as if he knew he was going and could plan it. And it got me to thinking, I need to chat with you about emotion of anger. You know, we're brainwashed to respond and react in a certain way. And it's sad. It is so sad, because how many of you out there have lost a loved one and you cannot reach out, not even to your closest family, because you're feeling angry with the person that's left you behind, that you loved. You're feeling angry with your deceased loved one. I mean, how's that going to sound if you pick up the phone and you call somebody and say, I'm pissed with that person? And I want to tell you tonight, it's normal. If you don't feel anger, there's a problem. You've got to allow yourselves to feel regardless of what society has been teaching us. Those of you who have had to do with me or know me, well, now I'm all about, my parents are going to cringe when they see this message, by the way. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I was not raised this way. Okay. This is me. Real. Those of you who know me. Love and light and all about peace. And a little bit of fuck you on the side. And this week I was saying, fuck you, Gert Alberts, for leaving me to face all of this alone. And yet I understand the spiritual journey. I understand why he chose this exit point. I understand why I agreed to this exit point and to the lessons and the soul contracts, the dual contracts, with him stepping away and me being able to then pick up my lesson. And I'm so grateful. And being angry with him doesn't mean I don't love him. Being angry with him doesn't mean I don't miss him. Anger is the punishment we give ourselves for the perceived incorrect decisions of others. You see, I ask myself why he chose to leave. And this is the anger that I'm feeling, because I feel like I wasn't in control of that decision. The human control, the edge. The truth is, we are never in control. And even when we understand the lessons, it doesn't make it easier. So people, allow yourselves to feel. I promise you it's normal, and it's got to be there. You're allowed to feel, and you're allowed to feel angry. You know, every time I promise myself I won't cry in one of these videos, oh my gosh, it's like my bladder sitting behind my eyeball. I give up, honestly, I give up. Yeah, so I've been experiencing quite a bit of anger this week, and you know what? I'm good with it. I'm really good with it. And I can guarantee you, when he meets me at the light, I'm going to give him stick to the wall. Why? Because I need to speak my mind and take back my power. No, honestly, it's good to feel, and you're allowed to feel angry. It's part of the healing process. It's part of acknowledging and accepting that we're not in control. It's part of acknowledging and accepting that it's the way we punish ourselves because we didn't see it coming, or we didn't handle it differently, or we had no say in the decision that was made that left us alone. Okay, it's all about ego. So please allow yourselves to feel, guys. It's a beautiful thing to be able to release that anger. If you allow it to be or exist, you can work through it and release it. You're allowed to feel angry. And if you'd like to phone me or call me or WhatsApp me and use me as a soundboard, no judgment, please go ahead. Okay? I wish you all a blessed week ahead. And I'll be sending out a new video quite quickly after this one regarding crossovers. And well, that's connecting with our past loved ones. I think it's so important that I give a little bit of an idea of how it transpires for me, how it happens for me, how I make the connection, and how important it is to be able to feel or connect with your loved ones. And, you know, anyone can do it, honestly. It is the most rewarding connection one can hope to make when you've lost somebody dear to you. Keep your shiny sides up. For those of you that are on the same journey as me, my heart and soul is with you on this journey. I cannot tell you I know how you feel, because we all perceive differently. Just know that I'm there holding your hand, and we take it one step at a day. One step at a time, sorry. Totally confused. That is the only way to do it. One day at a time and one step at a time, knowing that you're not alone and you're so loved and so protected. That even if we don't see the reasoning behind why our loved ones have left, that just knowing that there is a soul contract and that we will learn to adapt to that loss and will become stronger should give us a little bit of comfort to make it to the next 24 hours. Because for now, that is all you can cope with. That's all you do, 24 hours at a time. Okay. I send healing love and rays of purple violet light out there to touch each and everyone's heart and soul. Place a band of angels around you to wrap you in their protective wings of upliftment and love, and to really make you feel that your loved one is right there with you, holding you and loving you from the spiritual realm. Somebody said something really beautiful to me during the week. They said, your loved one is just in the next room. You can't see them, but they're just in the next room. Which was an incredible reminder of how close they really are, if only we'd allow ourselves to see and feel. There was something that I also wanted to tell you, that grief is merely love with nowhere to go. And as soon as you find somewhere to lay that love down, the grief will turn. Okay, so keep your heads up, be positive, keep your loved one's memory alive, and just know that you're so loved and I have your hand in mine. I love you all. I see you and I acknowledge your journeys. Namaste.